I want you to see something about journalism. I want you to see what this journalist did. In effect, he's saying the problems that we have is a direct result of our economic system. And what is our economic system? It's capitalism. Capitalism does not belong in certain areas of the economy because its tenets are inhumane. So let's go ahead and listen to this, and then we'll take it on the other side.
The military to the rescue once again. The White House said they'd been working on this for months and months, but it didn't appear that way since we got to such a crisis point.
It sure doesn't. And the baby formula issue is shocking to Americans. It's shocking. The political ramifications of it are profound. This can't be our country, where babies are at risk of dying. I mean, if this goes on for a few more weeks, it's possible we're going to lose someone in this country because of this. The Biden administration knew about it in February. Whatever came afterwards, whatever the investigations determined, the buck stops in the Oval Office. I don't know why somebody at the FDA didn't call up the chief of staff and say, you know, we had to shut down this baby formula plant. And because of the nature of the American economy and major American corporations, where there just is no wiggle room at all, because efficiency, maximizing profits, you take one piece out and the system collapses.
He said it. The economic system is only for profits and efficiency, to maximize profits, and you take one thing out, it collapses. Do we want our babies dependent on a system like that? Do we want our health care, our heart attacks, our strokes dependent on a system like that? He tells the truth. He wants government to subsidize the profits of the wealthy, who controls the companies working on slim margins to maximize profits. That is what he said. He admits what the issue is, and at the same time, in the same 1.2-minute segment, he blames government. In other words, all right, let's go ahead and allow laissez-faire to flourish, but ultimately speaking, if they fail, you better be there just waiting for them to fail. This is what he wants. Wait for private sector to fail. Wait for corporation to fail. Wait for corporation to fail. When corporation to fail, you better be ready, government, to pick up the slack. Well, why don't the government pick up the slack altogether? And to hell with the corporation and the profits that those corporations would have made, why not then redistribute it right back to the people? You see, when you really ultimately figure this thing out, you see what it is. Now, I want a free enterprise system, people. I believe in free enterprise. I want to be able to have a pizza shop. And I want to be able to sell my software, etc. But I want to make sure that if you are ill and have a heart attack, you are not having to search for doctors, search for insurance, and all that kind of stuff. Those are basic human needs that should be rights that are inalienable, and you get them. The same applies to certain things, critical things like baby formula, etc. That is what we're talking about. But they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to think clearly. They want you to just think that the only way things can be is unfettered capitalism that ultimately harms, ultimately kills.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.